How many of you like guns? Do you want to get rid of them? What are your thoughts on gun control? Are you either with them or either against them? Do you want to implement universal background checks? Or all around just get rid of them? Living in the U.S., we have the right and the privilege to bear arms as is stated in the Second Amendment of our Constitution. Either protecting ourselves from the fall of our government, such as tyranny, or to protect ourselves and our loved ones which to do us harm. The purpose of me discussing gun control is that it is unnecessary and there's no need for it. The main reason that I will be discussing in this speech is that gun control is ineffective, unnecessary, and destructive. Gun control infringes those who defend themselves and those who wish to do us harm. And it is cliche to say, but guns don't kill people, people kill people. And if you think otherwise, try to see it through the eyes of a person who likes to defend themselves. The reason I'm discussing this topic is that I'm for the right to bear arms, such as you carrying concealed, or if you live in another state to carry out an open carry. I've seen the gun community take too many hits from those committing mass murders, such as the Columbine shooting, the Sandy Hook, and the shooting that was in the Florida bar not too long ago. And for it being blamed on the NRA, which they have no part of doing from those who have committed it. Stated by Tyler Broker from AboveTheLaw.com, any gun control measures are ineffective. They constantly say that it's a solution after every mass murder or mass shooting, but it wouldn't matter for it to be in the hands of the perpetrator's motive. So let's say the Columbine shooting, those kids would have gotten the guns in any way, in any means necessary, if they were motivated and dedicated to getting their mission throughout, if we still have gun control or universal background checks. In an article that I read stating why the arguments against gun control are wrong, written by David Edward Burke, the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. So let's say I'm walking down the street and I'm concealing a weapon on my person, and he decides to rob the store. I'm the one to stop the bad guy from robbing everyone and putting everyone in harm's way. And by then I can stop him from taking the money from the store and from hurting others. It is sad to say that law enforcement cannot be by our side 24/7 when bad things happen, such as shootings or robberies. But that's why we are allowed to defend ourselves when it comes to the need. A tragic event can be put to a stop when a smart citizen using their weapon is using it smart. It is true that some countries with strict gun laws have a lower gun homicide rate, or crime rate in general, than the US. Look at the UK and Switzerland and all European countries. No one there besides law enforcement or military personnel are actually allowed to own a gun, not even after they're done and living in the civilian world. Taking statistics from CenterFireShootingSports.com, we see that through the past decades there's been the most worst shootings, such as the Las Vegas shooting, the Orlando shooting, the Virginia Tech shooting, and I think one of the worst of them all, Sandy Hook and Sutherland Springs shooting. Las Vegas death rate that I had seen was 58, the Orlando nightclub 49, Virginia Tech 32, Sandy Hook being 26 mixed with kids and adults such as teachers, and the Sutherland Springs 26. We automatically can see through the eyes of those who are against the Second Amendment, who would want to get rid of all guns and implement more gun control. This only puts a bad rep on the NRA and those who wish to join it. And as stated before, one way to prevent is for someone smart and wise that can actually use a firearm to prevent it from happening. We may not be able to see the future, but we sure can change it by preventing more mass shootings or someone being smart and having to carry on them. So, in conclusion, we say that many citizens aren't for those the right to bear arms, but when it comes down to action, they will wish to have someone there to defend them. So let's say you are one who is against, but someone were to break in your house and you have no way to defend yourself, and they have a gun. they automatically win because they have the firearm and you don't. The police cannot be there to stop all mass shootings or massacres, and they automatically will not be there to stop the next Columbine shooting. Instead of blaming it on the group who handles all firearms safely and wisely, we must address the issue that those who aren't stable to own a firearm should not be able to own one. Yes, it will mean how to restrict our gun laws, the crime rate would drop, but if those who wish to do harm would do anything to get what they want. So instead of seeing those who wish to protect you mean a larger threat, why not understand and see their point of view and to wish to protect you from those who wish to do you harm?